Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Adobe Live at OFF. I am here with some wonderful friends. We have Marcel, Creative Director at State, and then we have our portfolio review guest. This is David Mateus. He is a freelance motion designer, and we're going to be looking at his portfolio review pretty soon here. So I just want to shout out everybody. Hello, welcome to the chat. I see Tim, I see Jack, I see Oliver, who I've seen. You've been with us most of the day. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. I always love seeing you all. Go ahead and give a follow to the Adobe Live UK YouTube channel where we're streaming from. And yeah, feel free to go on the chat and ask us any questions. So again, this is live, so this is an open conversation. If you have any conversations, anything you'd like to ask Marcel or David, shoot away. But enough about these intros, enough about me. Let's get into it. David, would you like to introduce yourself real quick? Let the audience know who you are.
Sure, I'm a freelance motion designer and animator from Portugal. And yeah, I'm ready to be picked apart by Marcel.
Yes.
All right.
And of course, we were just live with Marcel. He is the creative director at State. Would you like to give a super quick intro? Who you are, what you do?
I'm Marcel, creative director at State from LA, and I'm here at OFF with David. David or David? David. David. Let's go, David. David.
Yeah, don't let me Americanize your name. Say your name how you pronounce it.
David.
David. Let's go, David.
Perfect. Okay, well, we have David's portfolio up on the machine, so let's go ahead and start sharing that. And why don't we start with the show reel? So do you want to go ahead and cue it up, Marcel?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and play the show
Well,
reel.
let me ask this guy. Let's see
Yeah,
how.
please,
like,
take it away.
Like, when I'm doing portfolio reviews, what I like to ask people is that, let's say you always think about like someone who's going to take a look at your portfolio, like me, for example. My schedule is so busy, you know, and clients too. And it works the same way. You're showing your portfolio to a creative director or to a studio, or you're showing your portfolio to a company. You have a one shot only. What would you show me? Like,
show reel.
don't show me like everything. Show me the one that you want to, like, do you want it to impress? It's your best feature, and you have one shot. What would you show? The show reel.
Yeah,
Okay,
the show reel.
let's go. Boom.
You got one shot.
One shot.
Okay, so let's go ahead and play this intro.
I want to read what he's
Okay.
saying here. Hello, everyone. I've gone freelancer. I created the show reel. Okay. Showcase. I like to think. Okay, we're going to talk about this description later. Okay. And then, okay. I like to work on my own. Feel free to message me. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's take a look.
Okay.
All right. All right. Super cool. Let's talk about this portfolio a little bit, all right? Let's go. So my first impression is your portfolio start really strong.
Okay.
You know, you caught my attention. I'm like, cool, he has personality. Is this you?
It's me.
Okay, so I love that you're like, you know, breaking your head apart. So it's cool, you know, so really awesome. Making fun of yourself shows your, I love the little monster that comes out. Great. This is all good stuff. You know, I think this is all like, you know, I'm like, okay, he's an animator, cell animator, it's good. What I think it drops a little bit is when you start getting to this stuff, you know, like, because I know is this like Instagram stuff that you made, or what is this?
That one specifically is basically the chicken throughout the video goes through different styles, and I didn't want to make the show reel too long, so I thought maybe one way could be to show them at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the best way that I found at the time.
Yeah. What's too long for you? Is it like 45 seconds?
I would rather not go over 50 seconds for a show reel. Mine is 47 seconds long.
Yeah.
Preferably if it could be a little shorter, it would be perfect, but yeah, that's what I did at the time.
So again, for you guys that have been listening, you too, David, the whole thing is, don't think about like timing at all. Think about, I'm just going to show the best of me.
Okay.
And show the stuff that you want to work on, like the kind of style that you want to be doing. So don't try to show stuff that you don't want to do. Because what happens is if a client sees that and then they're gonna call you because of that specific thing that you show, you will be working on something that you don't want to do. You know, always show the stuff that you want to do. Like for example, I have like at State, we only show 5% of the stuff that we do. 95% of the stuff that we do, I don't like it sometimes. Why would I show it to people? Because they're gonna come to me because of that specific thing that I don't want to do, okay? And I have those in a private link, so I can send to clients, that's fine. But if it's on the splash page or if it's on your website, only show the stuff that you are excited about. Because that's what you're gonna put your effort and get better, okay? So again, I'm not here to judge if that's cool or not yet. I'm just saying like, only show the stuff that you wanna do. Now, this is super cool. I like this. This is dope. I love this style. Cool stuff. You're keeping it up. There's like some typography. I know you're like, oh, I need to show that I can do this stretch type and stuff. I know. Like, looks good. Okay. All right. It's important. Oh, one thing here. So, this is something that I do. You know, and clients, my clients, if you're listening to this, I want you guys to get mad at me because here's the deal. I do director's version for everything I do. You know, like I go in there because sometimes when I deliver a project and then you get, excuse my language, like stupid notes, you don't, like, you know, clients always like, I saw this meme the other day, like the project that you show to client and how it's delivered. It was a pizza with like tomato, chicken, and ice cream on top. That's what clients do with like changes. They start making stuff, and at the end you're like,
ice cream on pizza.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck, you know? It looks wrong. So I do direct reverse. So I remove the ice cream and everything. I'm like, okay, this is tomato and pizza and cheese, and it looks great.
Okay.
In this case, what I would do, remove this freaking like
the subtitles.
Subtitles. You know, you don't want to show that this was done.
I see what you mean. This doesn't have to be in the reel. You want to polish it up.
Polish it
up. Yeah,
up.
this might have made sense in the video, but for this sense, polish it up. You don't need that for the terms of a show reel.
No. And it doesn't matter. Like, there's no way that people are gonna audit this whole thing and say, oh, he removed the subtitles. He removed because it looks better in my reel. You know. Cool.
Well said.
So this is good. I think this is where it gets a little weird, okay? Because I see what you're doing, collage style. That's what you're trying to say. Maybe like I can do this as well, but what it tells me that the polish, how polished the beginning is, it feels to me that this part here, it wasn't that polished. Or maybe this is a technique that you're not like mastering yet.
Okay.
You know, and it feels like you're just trying to like put stuff in there to like show to people that you can do. It's fine.
Okay.
Again, it's okay, especially because if you're starting, that's fine to do that, but as you develop more work, this is the stuff that I will drop.
Okay.
Because I've done this before. I'm not criticizing you for doing it. What I'm saying is that I've done this before, even with State. I would do a portfolio and I'll be like, oh shit, I don't have any type in it. And I'll create some type animation that it look okay, and I'll pop in there just for fun, you know, or to show to people, oh, I can do type as well. So this is what this part is telling me. This one, as soon as you can, I would remove because I don't think, you know, I think the animation got too simple based on the stuff that I saw in the beginning. And again, this to me, two things. This is a client work, right?
Yeah, it was.
I know, I can tell because you have the bug at the lower left. Remove this.
Okay.
Get rid of this stuff. If you want to show this thing, remove all the, you know, like the client stuff. We
Get
know.
rid of the ice cream.
Remove the ice cream.
We just
Get
want
rid
that
of the ice
pizza,
cream.
that
Here.
polished pizza.
Yeah, this is cool. Is this like titles for title sequence for something?
It was like a personal / school project at the time. So
Okay.
yeah, it was titles for an invented movie.
Okay, so now, this, what I noticed is, I saw this type of artwork in the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's from the same video.
Yeah, but to me, what it tells me from a creative director standpoint, it shows me, tell me if this is wrong, it shows me that you were editing your reel, and then you're like, oh snap, I need a little bit more projects to show at the end. And then you came back with the project that you already showed.
Sort of. I think maybe here I was a little greedy because I was happy with the butt shot and I thought it was funny. So I thought, oh, maybe it's okay if I show it at the end, but yeah, maybe.
Okay, so in terms of like, think about your show reel as a storytelling piece, okay? So if you do like a portfolio, and then you go, let's say, think about a story. You're like building up, and then you have a plateau. You need those like variants, and then you try to like end on a good note. You know, like you want people to, you start really strong, you can drop a little bit in the middle, and then you finish strong.
Okay.
Because you want people to see something strong, you keep their attention, and then at the end you want something strong so they can leave off with something cool. So this project is really cool. What I would do in terms of like the structure of the portfolio is I would probably remove those scenes from the beginning and pop those the other two scenes from this project at the end. Because then you can finish it strong as well. You know?
Okay, I see what you mean.
This is very good. I just want to comment, the people in the chat, they're really loving this review style. We got people saying, I got to say I like this review approach. This is the stuff I want to hear. So this is good. This is good criticism all around, and I think it applies to a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Not just the show reel. I mean, in motion design, I have heard that. One of my first mentors when I used to do videos, that last scene that they do is what sticks with you the most. So I wholeheartedly agree with that. You want to end on a high note, because a lot of times that's the thing that they'll remember. It's like, dang, that was a banger show reel.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
Because it's like your show reel starts really strong because you're making fun of yourself. It shows your personality. I'm like, oh, this is a cool guy. Because at the end,
Thank you.
like if you think about, like even at State, I want to work with people that I want to hang out with, you know? So when you show that personality, I'm like, oh, he has a sense of humor. You know, I can give you a note and you're not going to get mad or something. I can make fun of things and you're going to be fine because you make fun of yourself. It shows your personality already. But then to wrap up, I think you should finish with something strong, which I think this project is amazing. Yeah, this shows personality, but to be honest with you, this is strong. I would like this, to me, this project should be your last scene before your contact info.
Okay.
I usually, it can be controversial. Some people, this is cool. I think if I like you so much, I don't need this information here at the end.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, I really don't need this. Because there are a few things, and I'm going to show you something really fun. Look, this is called to me stating the obvious. Okay? Look at what you're saying here. If you like my work and want to work with me, feel free to message me or email me. Now tell me this thing. If I like you so much, what do I do?
You'd probably try and find my information.
I contact you.
Yeah.
It's probably going to message you or email you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you don't need to tell me that. You know, like it's fine.
That's a good point.
You know, you can just say, if you say something like this, hello, I'm David, I'm super weird, whatever. I'll be like, oh yeah, I like this guy. He's weird. You know, he wants, I want to work with him. So I think this, to me, it's more noisy than what's the coolest thing that I want to see, which is this illustration here. You know, so to me, it's like this is noise. I know the type and everything, it's cool, but it's like it's stating the obvious. Because even for me, if I want to read this, I'm like, the V underscore, it doesn't work.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, that's my 2 cents on your, like 2 cents, no, 10 cents.
Yeah. Say 50.
On your portfolio.
Let me ask you a real quick question, Marcel. Is there an ideal length you prefer to see on a show reel? Or does it not matter because you just want to see those projects that you were talking about? Whatever it takes to get your work there, or is there a certain length that's too long, be it minimum? Just curious to know what you think is an ideal length.
I think under a minute is
under a minute.
Yeah, under a minute is the way to go. But again, don't limit yourself in terms of like the amount of projects or length. You know, just go for like, only show the stuff that you're proud of and stuff that you want to work on.
Okay.
You know, I have a really good, like probably one of my best friends. His name is Ariel Costa. Blink my brain.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
He's the best animator I know.
Amazing.
You know, like he's the best art director, best artist I know. I love him, Ariel.
Shout out to Ariel.
He's amazing. So, I remember that he worked at Buck. Okay.
Yeah.
He worked at Buck for 2 years, and then he showed me his portfolio, and he was all excited. He came to State and he goes, "Dude, this is my reel and everything," and I saw the website and he's excited, right? And I go, what the heck is this? And he's like, what?
Honest feedback. I love it.
This portfolio is not you.
Okay.
You're just showing Buck. Because I know that you and another 200 people worked on this project. Who the hell is Ariel? I can't
Okay.
see you here. And then he was bummed, and then he went back home, and then he redid his website with only the stuff that he wanted to work on, personal projects and everything. And then, like, you know, a year later, he tells me, dude, that comment changed the way the industry saw me, because now
Amazing.
they see him as an artist. And I'm like, yeah, because you would be not an artist, you would be like another freelancer
Yeah.
mixed with like 200 people, because people couldn't see your heart through your website. So again, only show stuff that you're excited about, and you want people to remember, you know, about you.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. All right, why don't we have a look at a few more projects? So David, feel free
You
to
can
chime
drive.
in. Let us know if there's anything
I mean, something cool.
we'd like to
I mean,
look at.
you like this one, so you might as well see it in full.
All right.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit before we go crazy. What is this project?
So this was a personal project that came to me while I was working in the studio, and I was drinking coffee, and I heard the song on a random playlist, and I thought it was cool, and I sort of imagined like the sneakers I'm wearing right now, walking to it, and that's really it. I just thought it was cool, so I decided to make it.
Okay. So you designed this.
Yes.
That's awesome. I mean, I love the illustration style. I love the high contrast. Super cool. I like how simplistic and smart this is, because one of the most common mistakes in animation projects is the combination between subject and background, okay? So what you're doing here, keeping the background simple, high contrast in the front, it seems pretty doable and everything. So let's take a look.
Let's have a look at it.
Maybe we need to zoom out.
Yeah, good call.
Here we go. Okay. And who's the llama? Is that you or
Sorry.
no?
Oh no, the llama. No,
The llama is
I'm just a llama lover. So
yeah, me too. Who doesn't love a llama?
who
You know,
yeah,
like we
the
all love.
best
llama.
animal on the planet. So
There-
why
you
not a
heard it
llama?
right here.
Oh, the butt
Best
shot.
animal.
Yes.
There
Like
it is. Recognize that.
Let's get together.
Let's get together.
And that's the name of the song that gave me the idea.
Yeah. So again, this is cool as a project. I would say, don't change anything. This is great. I would connect to it, and I'll be like, oh, this is. I love the art direction. I love how consistent everything was. I love that you kept your color palette very minimal, and the style of all the shots are pretty consistent, which I think it's just awesome and amazing. You know, so you did such a good job here. It looks pretty awesome to me. Now, when you use these shots in your portfolio, I think cutting, because since this is a piece, it works really well, you know, and I can watch it. On the reel, probably you would get shorter. You know, you just wanted the action shots, like 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. So you see 5 shots of the same thing or 4 shots of the same thing, but it's actually faster. You're just getting like, no showing like repetitions or
Okay,
everything.
okay.
Because I saw like, I know why you cut some corners here. You know, like, for example, looping the
foot, yeah.
the foot, you know, like, but you don't need to show that on your reel, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. All right, we have time for enough, maybe 1 or 2 more projects.
All right.
And then I want to ask David a couple questions before we wrap up. So, any other project you'd like for us to look at, David, or maybe Marcel, something that sticks out that you'd like to see?
Do you want to pick one?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see
let's
this
have-
one. Why this one is the first one?
Oh, okay. Do you want a context first or after?
Yeah, give me the context.
So, I think the most fun projects to work on are the ones that sort of come to you randomly. This one was also while drinking coffee, and I thought, oh, it would be fun to have like 2 sweaty guys going at it, and yeah, and I'll let the rest speak for itself.
Okay, let's
All
take
right,
a
let's
look.
see it.
Oh, but tell me a little bit. Did you design and animate everything?
Yes.
Okay, before we take a look, tell me one thing. If you have to pick one thing only, would you stick to design or animation?
Animation.
Animation.
It's very easy to choose.
Okay, great. That's good that you have
That's
that
good,
clear.
yeah.
Because one of the common mistakes people make is they try to say that they can do it all, and I believe some people can. That's fine, but they are unicorns. Okay?
Yeah. I don't,
If you have to pick something here like animation, that's what you get your heart. That's what you need to focus on and get better
Yeah.
and better and better. You know. So yeah, that's good. Let's take a look. Sweaty guy. All right.
There's number 1.
Another sweaty. Okay.
Round 12.
Round 12.
Wow, been going at it.
All right. They're okay.
Twist.
Talk about feelings.
Yeah,
Throw hugs,
throw
not
hugs,
hands.
not hands.
Yeah.
I like the message. That's good. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. I like promoting the piece. You know, I love it. So if I have to comment something here is that, as far as like your piece, what I like about your work and what you're doing here is that when I go to, I really want to work with people who have passion. Okay. One thing that throws me off, and I know, and there's a correlation. Me and the creative directors at State, I was chatting with one of the creative directors, Lucho, and the best way to see someone love about what we do is when you go to their Behance or to their Instagram to see if they have personal projects. Personal projects is so important. You know, if you do a reel with only personal projects, you get my heart. You know, because we all do stuff for clients, you know, but I want to see what do you do in your free time and how much effort you put on it. Because to me, the most difficult thing to do is personal project. I just did the off titles, and I can't tell you how much I personally worked on it. I comped that thing with the guys. I was comping it. I was on it because it's part of my heart, you know, and I wasn't getting paid anything to do it. I did because I love what I do. So this, to me, already shows me that you love what you do, you know, which is awesome. Now, I don't know, in terms of like the storytelling, some stuff, I feel like some of the scenes are a little too long, but I know that you were trying to build the tension. So it doesn't bug me at all. And I love the message. So if I have to say something, keep doing this. You know, like little shorts and little stories, because it shows that you're passionate about it, because they're not getting paid to do this, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, we do need to wrap up here. Sorry,
Okay.
we got about 1 minute left. But I did want to end this interview or this segment about asking David, what is next for you? You're a freelancer. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What's the ideal David in the future?
Oh, well, regarding the freelance stuff, that's really recent, like 1 month and a half ago recent. So I'm aiming to make that work, and hopefully in 5 years I'll be able to do cool stuff and pay my bills and just keep animating. If that happens, then you'll have a happy David.
Amazing. All right, well, we do need to wrap up here. So I want to thank Marcel for giving amazing feedback. I know the chat loved it. I know, David, you really appreciated it. It was amazing feedback. Stick around, because we have one more portfolio review session coming up with Marcel. Don't go anywhere. It's our last segment, and we'll be back very soon.